This match is sponsored by Gentle Art Apparel, a collection of premium clothing by 10-time world champion Roger Gracie.
Baki, a bit of an unknown quantity when it comes to the pro grappling world or the grappling world in general. I believe he's also a judo black belt.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at a few of his matches, his MMA fights online. You know, he likes the kind of upper body clinch, looks for inside trips and foot sweeps and things like that. It's a very interesting matchup, because that should play really well into Owen's game.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Can you see how he's using his hands constantly towards Owen's head to stop Owen from getting close?
Owen going for that fireman's carry.
The famous LIVSEY fireman's carry there.
I mean, that's good that Baki could stop that. You know, he shut it down very easily.
But here's the thing. We know Owen is going to continue to throw these attacks on all night long. I mean, in terms of... you do got to think that it's a different opponent. Baki is more than half the age of or less than half the age, I should say, of Owen's original opponent, Yoel Romero. Yoel, I believe, is 47. Baki just 23. So there's a big difference in sort of the energy output. Obviously, when you talk about 47-year-olds, Yoel Romero is sort of the exception that proves the rule in terms of being a complete and utter beast. But I think a professional MMA fighter at 23 years old is going to have an incredible amount of cardio.
Yeah, so one of the things that Baki does when he is there doing MMA is he uses a lot of like feinting jabs to enter into those clinches, and I think that's what he's trying to do with the kind of like tie-ups that he's using in the head, like putting the hands in Owen's face so he can get a little bit closer.
I mean, he does need to be careful of sticking the hands in the face there. There's a certain etiquette, and you know, we don't want to see hands going in the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, Baki has a huge following in France.
Yes.
Absolutely massive. And when it was announced that he was going to be on this, I know that they got so much interest from the fans over there. So it's great to be able to kind of bring someone like this onto the stage and introduce them to a grappling community.
Something a little bit different, absolutely.
Yeah. Owen's got a good tie-up here. He needs to stay close. I'm hoping they're going to...
No.
I'd love them to reset in that position.
I feel like we need Matt 3 times or 4 times as big when Owen is competing.
Owen's got that underhook. He's got the double under. He's looking for it. Nice balance by Baki. Good work from Owen. Back to that single underhook again.
And I don't know exactly what Baki weighed in at. I know that he competes in the 77-kilo division, but you've got to be assumed that he's around about 90 kilos, maybe more. So probably not a huge difference in terms of size between the two.
Yeah, I mean, you know, MMA fighters are relatively well known for carrying a good 20 pounds. But he's definitely not looking like outsized by Owen either.
Yeah, both of these guys built like tanks. Another farmer's carry attempt there by Owen.
Farmers?
Farmers, yeah.
Firemen's. I was just looking at their stout physique.
Farmers carry a lot of things too, man.
That's what I thought farmers carry. A little bit too much grip training for me.
Owen's got that underhook again, trying to Uchimata. It's really all been Owen at this point, though.
Yes. Yeah. It has been one side in terms of the offensiveness.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the criticisms I'll say about the Baki at the moment. He doesn't have a lot of like takedowns, leg attacks that he utilizes. It's very much more based on the upper body clinch. And here you can see that it's...
I mean, what we really want in any Owen LIVSEY match is someone who's going to take it to him. It's why the Chris Weidman match was so fantastic, because Chris just threw caution to the wind and threw everything that he had, and it made for a really exciting match.
Yeah, I mean, Chris was able to, you know, use his hand fighting and wrestling. There's that drop, almost. Yeah, Chris was able to use that hand fighting to get to his positions, but Baki's not able to do that at the moment.
These cameramen have dangerous jobs.
Yeah, oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, I'm working for those double unders again. Looking at the inside trip. Nice. Oh, if Owen just connected a little bit faster.
Almost on the back clinch there.
You know, it's not often we get this far into a match and Owen hasn't taken somebody down.
And that's not for a lack of trying. It really has been. I mean, Baki's takedown defense has been superb, but he has just been defensive so far. We're not seeing anything in terms of really any offensiveness from Baki. I don't know whether he's just trying to bide his time a little bit, but so far he's just gonna. I mean, look, you've got to respect the guy. He stepped in. He saved the main event here at Polaris 28. But
Owen need to get these double unders, but again,
using
being
that
very
head position.
defensive, keeping his hips back as far as he can.
I mean, you can't help but feel a little disappointed if he comes in and only defensively grapples. We don't see any offensiveness. There's lots of feints there. Is he going to start to turn the heat up a little bit in the second half of this match?
I would really like him to do that. Same with Owen as well. Try a little bit more and just keep going in on these shots rather than the single attempts that he's doing. Because, you know, Baki's defending that first one, as we've seen a couple of times, but then there's not quite the follow-up fast enough from Owen to connect to the next thing.
Yes. I mean, Owen is known really for his big entries into the big throws. His style isn't really the chain stuff together massively.
Yeah, he's doing it a little bit, but, you know, I mean, it's hard. Like, Baki's doing a good job of defending. No MMA fighter wants to be on their back, right? It's like death in the MMA world. Looking for that throw-by.
And Owen starting to get tired here. We've seen him fight tired before. He was certainly pushed to his limits by Chris Weidman, but I mean, he's a very tough guy. And
yeah, I mean, you don't go through those judo camps and not get like resilient.
You look at Owen's training.
Nice foot sweep. And now he's got that cow catching. He doesn't have the hand under the chin anymore. Baki's stripping it off. Owen's trying to wrap that head and drag him down.
We're into the third and final round.
Baki's looking at stripping that grip. Gets up. Nice. Owen doing a really nice job of dragging his head forwards. Baki looked like he was trying to sucker drag.
Maybe he'll come to attack this
nice
leg.
Cradle
That's exactly
from
what I
Owen.
was thinking.
Look into the double leg. Good defense from Baki.
Yeah, it's great defense, but
yeah, I know there's no offense in return, right? Now we're looking at.
I mean, it's certainly going to be too little too late in terms of winning this match. I'd still love to see a little bit more action from Baki here.
Well, he might pull out a flying triangle towards the end. You never know. Solid leg kick. Nice shot
Single
from
leg
Owen.
shot. Pulled out quickly. Ankle pick attempt by Baki.
Yeah.
2 minutes left in this match. There's still time to get a little bit more action. I don't think there's any way that Baki wins this match at this point unless he gets a submission. We haven't seen anything from him that would suggest he can do that, but
yeah,
I mean, he's a good fighter. You know, he could snag a guillotine or something like that, but
Owen's pulled guard. Nice.
Owen going for
I mean, it would be great if Owen pulled guard and then tried to wrestle up. That would be a way that he could get
reminds me
into
a little
legs,
bit of his match against Nicky Rod, where Nicky Rod was sitting the guard and using it to wrestle up here, front headlock control for Owen.
Nice, almost.
And
good
defended
balance.
again.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel quite frustrated for Owen, actually.
I mean, Owen has been frustrated for a little while. I think he might be a bit late to the party there. Very frustrating, but here you go.
Listen, fashionably late, Dan. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh! Big shrug off from Baki there. But again, it's all one-way traffic.
Yeah. 1 minute left in the match. Owen diving on shots, but just from a little bit too far out. Baki trying to get into the
That's sort of the first a couple of
he needed to do
here.
this a lot more frequently. But I think that comes from his style of, you know, MMA type wrestling. That is how he enters into it. He uses a jab, steps forwards, tries the inside trip, comes up to the body.
This isn't what we were hoping from this match, but at the same time, zero preparation for this. Zero preparation for this opponent.
And Owen has gone to guard.
Wow. Take the picture. I don't think we've seen
Owen has pulled guard. I never... and he's in onto the single leg. This is like a good strategy. He can rock up. Baki defending with the front headlock. But, man, fair play to Owen for actually trying to do something.
Open something up.
You know, we can now successfully say he's a guard puller.
Here we go. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Owen Livesey pulls guard. A frustrating 10 minutes for, I feel like, everyone in this room. It was not the match we were hoping for. It was the match we got. Owen Livesey does everything in his power to try and get a takedown there, but